G'day guys, and welcome to the second episode of What the Sleep. And today we're looking at behavioural interventions for infant sleep problems, a randomised control trial. So why did we do this study? Well, sleep treatments that involve a baby crying, they simply work. We've known this for decades, but there's been some concerns raised by various groups, various people, that the crying is damaging. So the whole premise is that the crying and the stress raises cortisol in the infants. It affects later attachment with the parents, and it leads to emotional and behavioural issues in the kids. So like 2020, we've seen a lot of claims made, but they're not backed by scientific evidence. And this is the same. The real question is, does sleep training cause harm? So what did we do? Well, we had 43 families that participated, and the infants were aged between 6 to 18 months of age, and they were randomized to three groups. One group received sleep education, and the other group received what's called graduated extinction. This is the scientific name for sleep training. This is where parents respond to the child crying during the night, and their response is gradually delayed. But we also had another condition called bedtime fading. And in this condition, it's a more gentle technique for sleep, and it's aimed at finding the baby's ideal bedtimes. So we measured sleep by parents filling out a sleep diary of their infant sleep, and we also had motion sensors on the baby's ankles. We also measured salivary cortisol from the infant, and we did this twice a day for 2 days in a row. And what that does is it measures their basal levels of cortisol, their stress. And to really look at this question about whether sleep training causes harm, 1 year later, we measured attachment with a technique known as the strange situation procedure. And we also measured the child's emotional and behavioral issues by the parents' reports. So what did we find? Well, like what other studies have found for many decades, sleep training worked. Like compared to the control group, babies in this particular treatment fell asleep faster and they slept better during the night. But even for the bedtime fading group, they also fell asleep really quickly as well. But the big question is, did sleep training cause harm? Well, we found no difference in the infant's salivary cortisol levels in any of the groups. In fact, the levels were completely within the normal range. And there were no problems with the child's emotions or behaviors 1 year later after doing sleep training compared to the control group, and no issues with parent-child attachment. So where to from here? Well, the media release from this study created an absolute shitstorm. We had about 200 or more media reports across the globe. And for example, this particular study was second only to the 2016 US election. It was really, really big. And at least this time, we had no threats of crucifixions, castrations, or legal actions, just one death threat. But it was clear a subgroup of the population struggled with adopting evidence that contrasts their belief. We do need more studies to have more confidence in these findings, as at the time we had another large study that confirmed behavioural treatments for babies don't cause long-term consequences. But really, when you weigh the evidence up, what we're seeing is that we're leaning towards that sleep training is not harmful. When we did this study though, we did discover a couple of things. When it came to sleep treatments, there's two things that are really, really bad, and that is not doing treatment at all. And the second one is co-sleeping in the bed with the child. But there's particular risk factors with that. So for instance, the higher the BMI of the parent, the greater the risk, the softer the bedding, if the parent's smoking or is consuming alcohol, and if the parent is feeling sleepy. So thanks to the families who participated in this study. If you like this study, please click the like button and subscribe. If you hate it, then let us know that too. But if you make a claim without scientific support in the comments, well, we'll let you know about that too. So check out our other What the Sleep videos, download studies for free on our website, including this one here. We've got a bunch of blogs, a free weekly newsletter, and consider becoming a member to save thousands of dollars, including on our book where we converted the techniques from this study into a 3-step plan to help your baby sleep better. Thanks for watching.